children. Good morning. Welcome back to our session. So, what is our topic? Electricity and circuits, is it? So, in the last class, we have learnt about the cell, is it? Yeah. So, cell, battery, it's having the two terminals, and about the electric switch, where we are using the electric switch, how it is going to work, how to give the connection to the electric switch. And we have switch on means how the devices is going to work, switch off means how it is going to switch off, by taking the example of a torch light. Is it? Yes, we have observed. And today's our topic is about conductors and insulators. Conductors means don't go for your bus conductor, children. So, conductor is nothing but a wire which it passes the electricity through them, or called as the conductors. So, in this class, today we are going to learn about the conductors and insulators. So, what do you mean by conductors? Materials that allow electric current to pass through them are called conductors. What are conductors? Which the electricity will pass through them very freely. That things only we call it as the conductors. Example, iron, gold, copper, aluminium, etc. That means almost all metals comes under the conductors. And one thing, children, metals. So, you can observe so many metals, is it or not? Yes. So, while cooking, your mother is going to use the aluminium utensils or the steel utensils. So, to catch that, we have to take a cloth or some other tongs we have to use, because it becomes very hot. So, that is nothing but a conductor. The heat also it is observing. So, which it passes the electricity. Electricity means if you touch, it gives the shock for us. That means the devices also will become the hot. Like those substances, only we call it as the conductors. Is it? Yes. Next, let me go for what do you mean by the insulators? Materials that do not allow electric current to pass through them are called insulators. So, example, rubber, dry wood, ceramics, plastic. What is this dry wood? So, here two types, wet wood and also dry wood. If wet wood, if you have taken and used it for the electricity purpose, means it gives the shock, because in that something wet is there. So, the electrons which it is passing through them, it gives the shock for us. That's why wet wood, if you have taken, that comes under the conductors. Dry wood is the example for the insulators. Then ceramics. What is this ceramics? Nowadays we will use for the dinner set and all. Have you seen, children? That one. And for the house floors we use the tiles. And for electric switches, fuse, these and all, it is made by the ceramics. These are all the non-conductors, or we call it as the insulators. So, these are the examples. And plastic also. How much? If you keep it also, it doesn't give any shock for us. It doesn't gives the heat also. So, plastic also, it's a good example. And plastic coated things also, it's very good example. Let me take the wire, children. So, the electric wires will be, inside, what is the metal it will be? Aluminium or the copper. Red color means it is the copper, white color means it is the aluminium. For that, upside, they used to give the plastic coating. Either it is the black color, red color, green color, different types of colors or that. Is it? If you catch that, it doesn't give the shock. If anything, it has cutted in the middle, or any destroyed, it has happened. If you touch that one, immediately will feel the shock. That means the plastic coated, it avoids to give the shock and it doesn't passes the electricity through that. But inside what the metal it has given, that is the good conductor. Okay, have you understand now what do you mean by the conductors and what are the insulators? Okay, so for this I'll show you a small video. See the video. So by this let me end up today's session. Tomorrow let me meet with the new topic. Okay, so before going to end up, so we have completed our electricity and its circuits chapter also. Okay children, thank you. Carry on.
Let's learn about an important concept related to electricity, that is conductors and insulators. Now we have a fair idea on how electricity works. For this, in our previous class, we had taken the analogy of a bus traveling over a bridge. Let us revise that again. For going to school on the other side of the bridge, the bus picked Aman near his home. At the toll booth, after the payment, the gate opened and the bus was allowed to cross the one-way bridge. Like the flow of the bus on the bridge, the electricity is something that flows in an electric wire. The flow of electric current is in a fixed direction only, like the flow of bus on a one-way bridge. Like the bus's complete path, starting near Aman's home using bridge A, then reaching the school, and after school, the bus going back to Aman's house using the bridge B. The current also needs a complete path to flow, that is coming back to the starting point again. This complete path is called circuit. Also, the flow of electric current can be started or stopped using a switch. So the switch acts like a controller of current, like the toll booth for the bridge crossing. Continuing with the same analogy, what is used to make bridges or roads for the buses to pass? Can we use bamboo or mud? No. We use cement, concrete, iron, etc. So, all kinds of materials cannot be used to make a bridge or road that supports the flow of many heavy vehicles. Same way, what kinds of wire are used to pass electricity? Can we use woolen string in place of electric wire? Or a rubber string? Let us find it out. When we used electric wire in the circuit, the bulb glowed. What if we replace a part of circuit with wool? Will it glow? As we see, it doesn't. Now let us use a rubber string instead of wool. Here again, we see the bulb doesn't glow when we replace a part of circuit with the rubber string. So we conclude, not all materials allow electric current to pass through it. What is electric wire made of? Let us take an electric wire used at home and remove its plastic covering using a plier. What do we see inside? There is a metallic wire, generally copper wire. It is this wire that allows the electric current to flow through it. The materials like metals which allow the electric current to flow through them are called conductors, as they can conduct electricity. So, a circuit is made of these kind of materials, and that is why we use copper or iron or aluminum wire for electric circuits. Do you know why do the electricians wear rubber gloves while working with electric instruments, etc.? Electricians wear rubber gloves because it doesn't allow electricity to flow through it and he wouldn't get electric shock. So, the materials like rubber, plastic, wood, etc. don't allow electric current to pass through them. These are called non-conductors or also known as insulators, as they insulate us against electricity. Now it must be easy to understand why switches, electric plugs, and sockets are made of conducting materials. This is to pass electricity through them. Also why the outer coverings of plug, socket, regulators, and even electric wires are made of insulators like rubber and plastic. These are the parts which people might touch, and the insulator safeguard us from the electric shock. So we see conductors and insulators are equally important for us. Lastly, there is something we should always remember. Electricity can be dangerous too. You must have heard of electric shocks, which are very bad and painful too. So, while handling an electric equipment or a switch, only touch the parts which are covered with non-conducting materials like plastic, rubber, etc., not the metal parts. For example, when you are using a charger, do not touch the metal part of it. We shouldn't touch electric appliances with wet hands, and always wear rubber gloves or chappals, that is, any rubber footwear while dealing with electricity. And most important, kids should never try to experiment with the electricity alone, as it is dangerous. Whenever required, it should be done under the adult supervision for safety. You must be thinking, why so many precautions are necessary? This is because our body is a conductor of electricity. Electricity can pass through our body and give a shock. That is dangerous for life. Therefore, we should be careful when we handle any electric appliance. That was all about conductors and insulators. Bye bye, kids.